Okay, so here's the second problem from the homework. So it says an airplane climbs at an elevation which is 16 degrees with the ground. So when you see elevation, you think angle of elevation. You draw the ground, you draw an angle of elevation of 16 degrees. And it says an airplane climb. So here's our little airplane. Now, it says find the ground distance the plane travels. Well, that's going to be this, x meters, as it moves 2,500 meters through the air. 2,500 meters, right there. So, once again, we have a triangle. We're going to use trigonometry. It's a right triangle. We are standing over here at the angle that we're given. This is the hypotenuse. This over here is the opposite. This over here is adjacent. We look where there are values. There's an x in the adjacent slot, and there's 2,500 in the hypotenuse slot. So we look up here at SOHCAHTOA. We look for which one has adjacent and a hypotenuse in it. It's going to be cosine. So we have cosine of 16 degrees equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is x, hypotenuse is 2,500. We put a 1 over here. We cross multiply to solve, right? So we have x times 1, which will give us x, equals 2,500 times cosine 16. 2,500 times cosine 16. Let's see what that is. 2,500 times cosine 16, 2403.2. So x equals 2403.2 meters. Just like that. So this piece right here is going to be 2403 meters. And that kind of makes sense. Look at the picture. This is about 2,500. This is about 2403. Okay, so we're going to do one more problem on the homework. That's number 7. A ship is on the surface of the water. Let's draw our little ship. There's our ship. It is on the surface of the water, and it radar detects a submarine at a distance of 238 feet. Well, here's the water. This detects a submarine. Here's the submarine, right? At a distance of 238 feet. At an angle of depression of 23 degrees. So that means this angle going down here, 23 degrees. How deep underwater is the submarine? How deep? Right there, meaning what is that distance? Do we see that picture? I'm going to draw it a little clearer. So over here, we've got our boat. Here's our boat. This is 23 degrees. This is going to give us a right angle. This is x feet. And here's our submarine. So this right here, the distance is 238 feet. So we look over here. We say this is going to be hypotenuse. This is going to be opposite. This is going to be adjacent. The area with the categories with values are hypotenuse and opposite. So we use sine. So we have sine of 23 equals opposite, which is x, over hypotenuse, which is 238. So once again, we're going to cross multiply. We get 1 times x is x equals 238 times sine of 23, which should give us 238 times sine 23, 92.99. I'm going to round that up to 93 feet. So this piece going down, it says how deep underwater is the sub? 93 feet.